I'm going to start this video off by talking about and showing you how stealth works, and then eventually showing you what items and builds you can use to try and increase your stealth stat. So I've already got a Tav here, Deep Gnome, who's already hidden. So we've got the Bullet here. You can see this red kind of area on the floor. This is officially known as the vision cone. This is what the Bullet can see and sense. So I can have my Tav who is hiding. Doesn't have to be a Tav, any character who is hiding can walk around outside of this vision cone without any worries, basically with impunity. The combat has started, which is why the Bullet hasn't moved. I just want to say now, is this how it works in 5th edition? No, it's not whatsoever. Is it perhaps a little bit overpowered? Yes, but do I think it's ever going to change? No, I don't, so I'm just going to learn how to use it. If you've ever paid close attention to your cursor, you'll see there's a shape almost a bit like a star. I think of it like a sun. So here, to me, it looks like a full sun, and you can see it says a clear area, and you can see it's got a yellow symbol down in the bottom left. Hiding in an unobscured area will be caught on sight. So if the Bullet was looking this way, then I would come out of stealth immediately. You can see what type of lighting an area will have, either when you're already hiding, like Gale is here. So I come out of hiding, the vision cone disappears. If I hold down shift, you can then see the vision cone appears, and then you can see what sort of lighting each area has. So yeah, if the Bullet was facing this way, she'd be caught and come out of hiding immediately. That's the first type of lighting. Then we have just here, lightly obscured, sorry, I was going to call it partially. Lightly obscured. Hiding in a lightly obscured area has to make a stealth check when caught. If Bullet was looking this way, I'd make a stealth check. And then the final type of lighting we can have, heavily obscured. Hiding in a heavily obscured area, you will go undetected unless they get too close to another creature. So what I'm going to do, might not go so well, we'll see. I'm going to walk into this area, and we can see it's heavily obscured and hiding successful. So a stealth check was made, hiding check was made. I got to 26 in total, fairly high as things go. I'm making another check, 22. And approximately once every round, she'll make a check while she's inside this vision cone and while in a heavily obscured area. It helps that I'm in the Underdark. The Underdark, even though it looks quite bright to us, so we can actually see and play the game, kind of in a universe, this would be exceedingly dark, and only creatures and characters who have dark vision would be able to get around easily. So I'm walking around, I'm doing very well on my stealth checks. I'd be quite surprised if I failed very many of these, but if I did fail, I'd actually start the combat, I'd join the combat. In the combat, it is currently just the Bullet and Lae'zel. I've stuck Tav into the clear area on the hope that when it's the Bullet's turn, we'll see it turns around, and then there's Tav coming out of hiding because she's actually got no choice. In that clear area, there's no possibility to hide, but now it's her turn and the Bullet is facing away. We can go back into hiding without needing a stealth check. And the reason this area is lit up is actually these candles. I'm going to turn them off now. And we can see it's gone back into a heavily obscured area. I'm going to get Lae'zel basically killed. And hopefully, I don't know if it will work, hopefully we'll see the Bullet turn around and maybe go towards this area. Characters don't always do that though, the AI doesn't always do that. No, I was just going in for the kill. I'm going to keep, there we are. Went to try and look at that area, and this is actually, this is my mistake, this is a well-lit area, a clear area. If I hold down shift, we can see that the sun is out. I think it's because of these bright gems. Though the Bullet didn't come and attack her for some reason, but I can hide again because I'm not in the vision cone. This time, I'm just going to dash into its vision just to show you. In combat, if you're in a heavily obscured area, you can hide. Total of 21. And because it can't see her, Lae'zel's on the ground, it's gone off. That's just the Bullet. Most enemies might hang around and walk around and say things, but the Bullet is kind of scripted to just run away when there's no one around. I'm going to go back up to the surface and show you some areas on the surface just to show you what else you can do with your stealth. So we're back up to the Blighted Village, and you can see we've got some shadows. Hold down shift, I can see that this is a lightly obscured area. I can hide, and we'll see what happens when the Goblin Brawler turns around. And actually outside of the shadows it is light, but you must use the symbol by the cursor to help you figure out what type of lighting there is, because there are times throughout the game where things look light or dark and it isn't as it seems. That Goblin, or the Goblin, will patrol back. Hopefully we'll see that I will still be stealthed, but we'll have a look. So took a stealth check. Let's just go to turn-based mode so nothing else comes up. And we've got a 25. I'll get to why the numbers quite high soon. And we'll have this other tav over here. We can see the vision cone. We can hide. And let's come out of turn-based mode. Another, stealth check is happening there. Oh, lost condition hiding. That's probably because there's this tiny area right where Gale is standing that is completely clear. Like I said, you need to go by what's next to the cursor. You can't just assume that where you are is a certain type of lighting. Oh, a lost condition hiding there too. Maybe that's too close. I'm going to go a bit further away. And it seems like if they see you, go into hiding in the lightly obscured area, and you're not too far away. Just go away. Not very nice to talk to. You'll come out of hiding. The safest place to be hiding is in a heavily obscured area. Now, you can actually create your own heavily obscured areas, Fog Cloud being one of these spells. Everyone's blinded inside as well, mind you. Hold down shift, you can see that we've got the heavily obscured icon there. Everyone can hide. And then when this goblin eventually turns around, it'll take a few seconds, his vision cone will not extend into the fog cloud. Another spell a bit like this is Darkness. It's a level 2 spell. Fog Cloud is a level 1 spell, available to, let me think off the top of my head, wizards, rangers and druids, I think. You can find it on a spell scroll as well. I don't really do this anymore. But what you can do in a fight is put up a Fog Cloud, have everyone hide inside on one turn, then on the next turn they come out, shoot, go back inside the Fog Cloud and hide one more time, and the enemies won't come and look for you. Oh, concentration broken. I guess the duration ran out. Go back up. Here we go, yeah. The vision cone should be coming this round into the fog cloud. Not should be, but could do, but it's not. So you're safely hidden inside, and this goblin has got no idea. In fact, he's blinded, and his vision cone is completely gone. So then if you wanted to, you can go pickpocket him, even if we are still blinded ourselves. Oops. Failed. I didn't think I was going to fail that. Rolled a 1, that's why. But we're supposedly in combat, as it were, but he can't see us, because we've been hiding inside the fog cloud. And here's another time where stealth is used. I was going to find some other times to do this, but this is a perfect time to show it. Enemy doesn't know where we are. We attack them. We can roll a stealth roll, or you have to roll a stealth check. Roll a 20, so it looks like I'll be able to stay where I am while hidden. And it looks like he's just going to stay there, so I can keep on doing it. In this case, I managed to kill him. But with harder enemies, maybe you won't. We'll go and do that again. In fact, I'll go up to the goblins over here and show you that in action. So up with the goblins by the windmill. If I hold down shift, we can see I'm not inside a vision cone, so I should be able to go into hiding. Nobody can see me. And I'm going to try and shoot someone. I've got a feeling I might be too close. Yeah, if you're standing too close, it doesn't matter if you're hiding, or if you're in a clear area, you will be seen. I've changed this, so I'm now in a lightly obscured area. We can see that here. I'm going to attack the same goblin tracker. But because we're so close, we are seen again. As far as I could make out, there was no heavily obscured area, so I made one with fog cloud. It probably doesn't help that the rest of my party is just behind. This time I've sent the rest of my party away, and I'm going to attack again in a lightly obscured area. But once again, I've been seen. I can try and hide, but when I'm so close to the enemy, it doesn't work out. I'm going to try and hide a bit further away. This time, hiding is successful. And I'm also going to move these guys away because they might actually be a bit too close. Oh, I was seen though. Did I fail? We just had a lost condition. Didn't say why. I succeeded on some hiding checks. Oh, they were surprised anyway. So they can see me because they've got high ground. If I try and show the vision cones, I can't see them. This is a problem. I don't know if it's to do with different heights. Sometimes vision cones do not appear when they really, really should do. I'm going to try and hide again. And this time, the enemy is confused. So it looks like Fazurk's going to come this way to try and see me. And once he's gotten close enough, he can see me. Whereas if this was heavily obscured, then I might have rolled another stealth check, and I maybe could have stayed in hiding. I've got a slightly different situation here, where I've got some high ground, maybe not the highest, and I'm very far away, really. I'm hiding with both of my deep gnomes. And if you're far enough away, I don't know the exact distance. If somebody knows, please do tell me and write it in the comments. But we got to make a stealth check and we're still hidden. If I come out of turn-based mode, can stand here. And, as long as I don't get too close. No. Oh, okay, I think I've stopped it in time. If I don't get too close, then yeah, that didn't work out. Right. So I messed that up by coming down there. But the point was I could, in theory, stand up here. But once battle started and I'm in an open area, I'll come out of stealth. It is possible if you've got high ground, a lot of distance, and you're hiding, you can shoot people and you roll a stealth check and you can keep on shooting until you fail a stealth check, or if you're like me, let your character be a bit of an idiot and walk up to them instead of using the ranged weapon. Okay, back here, I'm kind of ignoring the goblins for now. I just want to show you things that may or may not break stealth. Opening up a container doesn't break stealth. We can drop items and still be stealthed. We can pick things up from the ground and still be stealthed. If I walk into here, I'll come out of stealth. Don't want to do that. You can pickpocket people and you stay stealth as long as your pickpocket is successful. If you fail your pickpocket attempt, you will become visible. Let's try throwing some random, let's just throw a necklace over this way. And I'm still stealth because it didn't affect any other person, any creature. If I get this one here and I throw a piece of garlic at this goblin, I become unstealthed because I'm close, I'm in an open area, there's no way I can hide. Shoving a box makes me visible. So essentially any sort of attack or throwing something will put you out of stealth, and if you are stealthed you can dash and you're still hidden. I was using the word stealth, but you're still hidden. Jumping, let's just go to the next turn. Jumping doesn't take you out of being hidden, so I'll show that with this tab. She's hidden. If we jump, still hidden, as long as you don't jump across a vision cone and fail a stealth check or just immediately get revealed. So an example of that happening. Well, maybe I can show you in this fight. Up here, I'll have to make a stealth check, I presume. I'm in a lightly obscured area. I assume I have succeeded, otherwise I would have come out of stealth. And if I try and jump down here, I'm going to end up in... Oh, that would be a lightly obscured area. I don't think I can make it into... this will do. So we come here. We come out of stealth because we were in a open area. So everyone can see me wherever I am. So it's basically the same rules that apply to just moving around inside areas of different amounts of light. For the most part, casting spells will take you out of hiding. So I've got Shadowheart to cast Bless. She's no longer hidden. Hide her again. And let's cast, I don't know, Healing Word on Gale. Not hiding anymore. But there are some spells that you can cast while hidden and stay hidden. One of them being Minor Illusion, which actually tells you outright you can remain hidden while casting this spell. So she's hidden. Minor Illusion. She still has the hiding condition. Another one, although it doesn't tell you this, is Mage Hand. So Gale is hiding. There's a Mage Hand and he is still hiding. But if he then goes and casts, let's say, Grease, he has lost the hiding condition. So essentially, pretty much every spell cannot be cast while hiding and have you stay hidden unless it's Mage Hand or Minor Illusion. Since I'm here, testing out all conditions, I just want to show you disengaging does not keep you hidden. You'd hide again. And then dipping your weapon in fire, for example, does keep you hidden, even if it creates some flames on your weapons, potentially lighting up the area you're in. Drinking a potion does keep you hidden, actually, so using magical items that don't affect anyone else will keep you hidden. As soon as I throw a caustic bulb, actually, because there was no one at the receiving end of that, I stay hidden, but had that been at an enemy, I would probably had to have made, oh no, I'm in a lightly, not lightly, I'm in a clear area, I would have just stood up. And this is an example where there are shadows on the ground. Actually, no, it might be because of the torch. Yeah. So putting down torches, having light spells, such as the light cantrip, does affect the lighting in the area. This is why you need to look at the symbol next to the cursor, rather than just relying on the graphics in the game, as it were. So pay very careful attention to what you're doing. And sometimes in the Underdark, for example, just talking about light now, you might want to cast light on someone, so people without dark vision, such as Gale, can actually see what the hell they're doing. Okay, next I'm going to show you some items that you can pick up to help you increase your stealth score, and then briefly talk you through a couple of builds and spells that will help you increase your stealth as well. One item that's going to help us is the Guidance Necklace, as I call it. It is up the top of these cliffs. If you see the Druid Grove in the background, you follow these cliffs, climb up the cliff face, climb up this ladder, and then on this, says I can't reach, here we are, on this skeleton here, you will find a lovely, lovely necklace, which will give you guidance. The Silver Pendant is what it is called. Gives you the guidance cantrip, which gives you plus 1d4 bonus to ability checks, which helps with stealth. The next most useful item you can get to by starting from scratch. I hope most of you know where he is. Come towards the river and you can, if you didn't know, jump onto this rock here. You gain a bit of experience and jump across. There is a quite quick route to the Risen Road waypoint if you follow the road up that way. And you don't come into any enemies, so it is a safe way to go. The item we are looking for is the Smuggler's Ring. Oh, she's going the wrong way. Back down this way she goes. And it's not very far from here. This skeleton hiding in the grass has the Smuggler's Ring, which gives stealth +2 and sleight of hand +2 at the penalty of charisma -1. One more useful item for stealth can be found on Night Warden Minthara. She has the Spider Silk armor, which importantly has stealth +1 and actually very usefully advantage on Constitution saving throws. There is another version of this armor. It's not as magical, just normal drow armor, leather armor, down in the Underdark, kind of behind where you find the Billet, which gives stealth +1 but not the advantage on Constitution saving throws. You also get the Amulet of Misty Step, which is pretty useful, some scrolls, and the weapon called Cyanide. In this locked chest, or locked heavy chest down here, which is just close by to where the Billet was coming in case my vague descriptions weren't clear enough earlier. The Kuatoa are down here in the Festering Cove and the Arcane Towers behind there. And I actually Misty Stepped down here. I get Lae'zel just to show you that she can Misty Step just from up here, which is possible. But in this chest, we need to lockpick it. Fairly difficult as things go. She's going to give herself advantage. Yeah. Inside here is just some normal drow studded leather armor, which gives stealth +1, plus some basilisk oil and some other things as well. And while we're here, if we read this book, you do get some inspiration for Gale, anyway. I made 2 Tavs, both of them deep gnomes, and there's a very good reason to pick a deep gnome because we have here stone camouflage. You have advantage on stealth checks. That's every single stealth check. However, I just want to point out that if you did wear some armor such as this and had a stealth check, the disadvantage from the armor would cancel out the advantage from being or having stone camouflage, and then you would just have a normal straight roll. So I'm going to put her back into this drow studded leather armor, which we found in the Underdark, so she has stealth +1. Both of them are deep gnomes. I think the only other race that you would go for if you're really wanting to go for stealth would be some sort of elf, because they could get up to dexterity of 20 if you used a hag's hair to get you dexterity +1, because elves have dexterity +2 during character creation. And that's something else that deep gnomes have is a bonus to dexterity, but only +1. Let's just put dexterity up to 16 in character creation and then +2 at level 4. I picked 2 different classes, a thief or rogue and a cleric, a trickery domain cleric. The thief or arcane tricks, it doesn't really matter. The point is they are a rogue and you can pick expertise in stealth. So when I go to the stealth bonus, it's at +11. So that'd be 4 from dexterity, 2 from being proficient, which is 6, another 2 from having expertise, which puts it up to 8, 2 from Smuggler's Ring up to 10, and +1 from the armor is +11. Plus, if I want to, if I remember, cast guidance on herself. 12 to 15 would be her bonus to stealth, which is pretty good, but we can do better, with advantage, mind you. Now, you don't need to make your own trickery domain cleric to do this. You can use Shadowheart, but one thing I kind of think about stealth is when you're trying to hide, you are generally trying to hide alone. If you're in combat, the roll is against whoever's inside the vision cone. You might walk into it, and in combat, you're taking turns. However, something every trickery domain cleric can do is cast Pass Without Trace. This lasts until you lose concentration. We've got +17, and in fact, that's partially because she doesn't have this. +19, and then I could actually get the thief to cast guidance. And this is another reason why you might want your own Tav, because, or someone using the guidance necklace, because Shadowheart can only concentrate on guidance or Pass Without Trace, only one at a time. So I'm actually going to go to turn-based mode. Her bonus to stealth is +19. That's without guidance, so that would be 20 to 23. And you could get a bard to give them inspiration, which would give them +1d6 for 1 turn. However, I would argue that it's not that great a use because it's only for 1 check. And if you've got multiple enemies in a fight and you want to use it during a fight, you're only going to get it for a single check. So I'm going to get everyone else out of the way and hopefully show you why stealth can be absolutely ridiculous. So this gnome, this Tav, has got a bonus of currently 20 to 23 with advantage because she is a deep gnome. So what I can try and start to do with her light crossbow, start attacking. Now, if the Githyanki do get too close, they will actually just see her. If we can stay at a distance, we might be able to get many attacks off before being spotted. And she's got pass without trace still. So we attack. Still haven't been seen. Right, so now, I think... There we are, rolling stealth checks now. We got 27, which that's about as low as it gets. This is going to go to turn-based mode. What I was about to say is we'll stay hidden until they come close. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack. In fact, why don't I use a guiding bolt? I'm actually starting to run out of spell slots. We missed. Right, that's fine. And I'm going to come here, make sure all of this is partially obscured, and then I'm going to hide and stand back. They might come up here, they might see me. If they dash up here, might get seen. If they don't get too close, there's no way that they're going to see me. Oh, yeah, I was being right next to her kind of means that, yeah, I'm going to be seen. You can see just inside the vision cone, a bit too close. If this was heavily obscured, there's a chance maybe they wouldn't have seen me. We can go here, hide. And we'll stay hidden now. And I do also want to point out with opportunity attacks, I don't often show this in my videos, opportunity attacks can only hit you if you can be seen. So if the enemy is blinded, well, this Githyanki isn't blinded, if they're blinded, they don't get opportunity attacks. But also, if you're hidden and walk away, we also don't get opportunity attacks. They'll probably come teleporting up. Yeah, because I've got one unhidden character. Everyone else is joining now because we are in an completely unobscured area, clear area. They're throwing bombs. They're not being very nice. Yeah. Let me know if you've got any more questions about stealth. Maybe I missed something out. If I've said anything wrong, please do let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Let's lob this.